allowed the two children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind. Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not day off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun diary, diary politico.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìí yẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. terrorist ló bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa ní.
Àní ẹ̀ sọ́ra jù.
Máyégún.
Today. Hello there. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Máyégún live, and you are welcome to the Temple of Truth tonight. Please, after reading the caption of the broadcast, kindly read the description of the broadcast as well. Then like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them all that Máyégún today, Máyégún is live, in that order. So brethren, even though they have succeeded in desensitizing the people from, the expected human reaction to the glory pictures and videos coming out of many parts of Nigeria, courtesy of the Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram terrorists, ISWAP terrorists, Lakurawa terrorists, and of course, the uniformed ones. In the last 24 hours, these terrorists have been they've been having field day, meaning they have been wreaking havoc with nobody challenging them. From Borno State to Taraba, from Taraba to Plateau, and from Plateau, right, even to Enugu. All across the place, we are having these Fulani terrorists increasing their tempo of attacks, vicious attacks, while those in authority continue to advise or admonish the people to accommodate them, be accommodating. You see, the fight against terrorism in Nigeria, right, cannot be won when those who were supposed to rein them in are those who are sponsoring them, because in the long run, somehow these evil people believes that it also gives them power, a sort of power that I can't really define, where your citizens are being slaughtered by terrorists that you are proud to tell the world that you are rehabilitating. So, in Borno State, where it is reported that in a fish market, a suicide bomber, a female suicide bomber, walked straight into a fish market, a very busy fish market outside Maduguri, and then detonated an explosive, right, which is believed to be from a suicide vest. The eyewitness account said over 24 people died instantly. But the media have been juggling the figures as usual, because, when the media tells you 10 people died, not that they really care about those who die, right? It is their own style and ways of reducing, sort of like angry reactions from the people, maybe, or maybe not. It's been like that, their practice for a while. So dishonest. So the people who are murdered, killed by terrorists that are being pardoned, being funded, and being reintegrated into the supposed society, and part of them are being reintegrated into the army as well. How do you win such war? It is like somebody diagnosing you of malaria when you are actually suffering from something more chronic, something more, deadlier. And they are so confident that their diagnosis will heal you. That's exactly what the criminals in Nigeria, the APC, egbekegbe, Tifnumbu and his gang, that's what they are doing. The killings of Nigerians in this part of Nigeria is not because of communal clashes or farmer-saders clashes. It is a coordinated terrorist campaign that is more or less called ethnic cleansing or the tribal organized genocide. This is what it is. But the government of Nigeria wants the people to believe that, the reason why some people have the audacity or the right to kill with impunity, like the Fulanis are doing, was because the locals were clashing with them. So 24 people died. And this is coming from, let's say this is coming like 4 days, or maybe 5 days after Zulum, their governor in Borno State, was on their TV in Nigeria, and he bragged of how many repentant terrorists he personally had received in Borno State in the last 5 years. He was so proud of himself. He said, over 300,000 terrorists have repented in Borno State, but guess what? The repentant terrorists have not been of any help to the authority that decided to forgive them because they owed a Quran and said they won't do it again. The whole thing is so bizarre, like it's so weird enough that any discerning mind can see through and say, well, Baba, these guys are just preparing all of us for our own death. Just like wait for your turn. And for smart ones who knows that if people have put in place a system to eliminate and kill their own citizens, at that point, you do not continue to rely on the words of their mouth. They cannot be relied upon. So your destiny will be in your own hands at the point, even though it should have been from yesterday. In Kano State, another explosion happened and 5 people got killed. All of this in the last 24 hours or 24 in Borno, with unknown number of people injured right now. 5 people killed in Kano State. The same MO, explosion, bomb explosion, right? While that was going on, these terrorists, Fulani terrorists, they were busy in Taraba. What were they doing? Same attacks. Chased the people away, set their homes ablaze, 62 houses burned down. For what? Fulanis traveled from wherever they came from, down to Nigeria, straight to Taraba, and then they want land, right? 1 person got killed there. Right? In Plateau State, Mangu, as well as Bokkos, 13 people, majority of them children, last night were slaughtered by this same terrorist, Fulani terrorist. And in all of this, and there is another tragedy, we are travelers, people who said they were traveling to Kaduna for a wedding. They got attacked by the angry youth of this Bokkos Mangu in Plateau State. And the entire bus, before help could come for these people, 12 people were slaughtered, killed right there, and then their bus that they are traveling in burned down. This is Nigeria in the last 24 hours. But what are their leaders doing? Oh, they are busy with something else. I'm coming back. This was called earlier today. So they were doing something called ECOWAS Economic Summit or something in Abuja today. There is no single mention of all these killings in the circle of any of this authority. Not Borno State government, not Taraba State government, not Plateau State government, not the government of Nigeria. Look at them. That's what they were doing today. And then the usual word salad, balderdash, and other nonsense, it would also speak. So they wrote him a speech at that same event. Yeah.
Your presence here signals our shared commitment to shaping a new economic future for our region. We gather at a decisive moment. Today is not about celebrating how far we've come, but forging a new path that leaves behind fragmentation amidst opportunities and moves all towards deeper integration, collective action, and shared prosperity. West Africa is one of the last great frontiers of economic growth. Yet, opportunity alone does not guarantee transformation. Opportunity is not destiny. We must earn it through vision, integration, policy coherence, collaboration, and capital alignment. Intra-regional trade remains under 10%, a challenge you can no longer ignore. The low trade is not due to a failure of will, but a failure of coordination. The global economy will not wait for West Africa to get its act together, nor should we. Rather than competing in isolation or relying on external partners, we must together strengthen our regional values.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
Like, I don't understand. Maybe you can help me. I don't understand how any sane person will boldly say he's organizing economic summit or whatever it's called it, when your country is battling insecurity that is so prevalent, it's so obvious. But all you could do is to pretend that, it is not happening. If you don't talk about it, you won't amplify it. But the rest of the world is seeing it. Where are those investors who bring that investment? Where is that economy exactly that he's talking about? The same economy that is being attacked by your foreign and whatever, your local partners too. Sponsoring terrorism in such a way that you've made it more or less like you can only manage it. It's never going to end. Since it didn't start from your time. Is that not what they used to say? Oh, it didn't start in my own time. But how do you plan economic prosperity in the midst of insecurity that happens almost every hour in that place? And I'm not talking about other criminalities going on. I'm talking about the targeted, coordinated attacks, which is targeted attacks. That is terror, sort of like terror inclined. How do you plan progress in such, if you are not just deceiving yourself? And that's what Tinubu and his gang are doing. But there is a truth that we have to bring back to fore. Even though they would want us to be quiet, shut up, and possibly die in silence. In the face of this existential threat, a lot of us who have come to the conclusion that Nigeria can be helped, right? We have our reasons and we have our evidence. There are those who have been inside, whose intention is indeed to possibly fix this madness, but they faced serious, more harder or stronger obstacle coming from the people who are supposed to keep all of us safe. And their own assessment is that Nigeria is done for. It's just a matter of time for the terrorists to overrun the entire country. Maybe some of you don't even understand what that means, right? You probably should take your time and study what happened in Afghanistan, the Taliban, especially in the last 4 years or so, like especially. And then you take a look at all the available information that some of you possibly just look at and just ignore. In Nigeria, they realized that, is it possible for them to overrun Nigeria? And what does overrunning Nigeria mean? Most of the supposed security infrastructures in northern part of Nigeria have been destroyed by these guys over the years. Barracks have been destroyed, armories have been destroyed, ammunition have been looted, police stations have been destroyed, police posts, military posts. I'm talking about ruin that Nigerian system or Nigerian criminals themselves, I'm talking about your criminal leaders, they have come out to actually classify some part of Nigeria as ungoverned areas. These are areas controlled by the terrorists. While some of our forests in the south have also been occupied, surrounded. Thousands of camps. Our people are being kidnapped and we are paying ransom to these terrorists in the southern part of Nigeria. How long do you think it's going to take? When we've also had evidence of their internal saboteurs, their internal collaborators within the supposed security circle, helping them to navigate the supposed intelligence of Nigerian system. The entire thing stinks. There was somebody who did say, or warn all of us. Remember this man?
It's a spectrum, so you can't rule out something. But the center of gravity is what they should look at. And what is it? I'm saying it on this channel. It is the sponsor of Boko Haram and bandits.
And speaking about the sponsors, when you say the DSS, and they could be listening to you, but so they profile, part of their responsibility is to profile all of these persons before they either vie for elections or before, they are nominated for any of these positions. Doesn't that happen? Don't they get intel and say, look, this and this is what we found, and then we don't think that this should proceed further? Doesn't that happen?
It does. When I worked with the DSS in 2007, because when Yaradua approved the operational order that we did, we now have to work together as a team. He actually forced all of us to sit down together and work together. I was surprised at the tremendous amount of information had by DSS. I was shocked. We in DI, I was in Defense Intelligence Agency, and when they were forced to bring out the files, I was shocked. They have so much information at DSS presently, as I'm talking about what I'm talking about. They have. But you see, if a fish is going to get spoiled, it's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the Commander-in-Chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time 2023 is here and somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information. There's nothing I'm going to say here that they don't have. The defense headquarters have the solution for the kinetic aspect. They do. I'm not going to come here to advise them. I work with them and they're still there. The Chief of Naval Staff was in the intelligence with me. We were together in Defense Intelligence Agency. That's Vice Admiral Gambo. I know these people are good. They know what to do. It's not that they have problems. It has to do with politics, the sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized.
Assuming but not conceding that, that all of this is the case. So what is the end game? Because I imagine as a strategist, that's what you think about too. So these things are happening. What is the end game? So why will this be allowed to fester? For what purpose?
The end game for them, because normally when you want to look at this type of challenges, what you do is that you go through what we call the intelligence circle. Okay? When you do the processing and you do the analysis before dissemination point, you discover that the end game for them is to just turn this country into like a Taliban type of country. And it's a mindset. And anything goes. In other words, 10% casualties, 20% casualties is allowed in trying to achieve the end game of Islamizing this country.
That's for the terrorists, the bandits.
It's not for the terrorists and the bandits, for the sponsors. Because I told you, and I will repeat on this channel, the sponsors of Boko Haram and the bandits are the problems. And defense headquarters, the army headquarters, the naval headquarters, the air force cannot do anything about that. Buhari has to do something about that. The Interpol has the list of those people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. I work with Interpol. They should ask, if they don't know, they should ask. The government of Dubai, they have the list of those people. During the trial of those people that were caught, names were mentioned. They have the list. The government also told us that they've arrested 400 sponsors of Boko Haram. Why should the government not try those people and bring peace and harmony and safety to this nation? Why won't a government do that?
Why won't a government do that? A question begging for an answer. Majority were convinced at the time that it was Boko Haram that intentionally stopped the security agent. You remember when, instead of going after these Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram terrorists, Boko Haram opened what they called Operation Safe Corridor. That one is for the Boko Haram repentant terrorists. The same Boko Haram created a section in the Nigerian army. Nigerian soldiers were sectioned to work in that particular department of Nigerian army. What was their job? Their job was to protect Fulani terrorists and cows across Nigeria. And if there's anywhere reported that Fulani cows were stolen, roasted, these military guys, their job is to go and retrieve those cows for the Fulanis under Boko Haram. So people felt like, okay, the license to kill was given to the Fulani terrorists by Boko Haram. Oh, once he's gone now, all these Fulani terrorists, all of them will disappear. You won't see them again because the person where they protect them don't come out. Was that not what they told you? Is that not what they told you? Somebody who is not a Fulani, a Yoruba man, is now the president of that contraption, of the same political party that brought the terrorism to Nigeria, that funded terrorism in Nigeria. And the reason why they won't try, I mean, come on. How many years ago they told you that they arrested 400 sponsors of Boko Haram, 400 people? Where are those 400 people? What are their names? And where are they being kept and being tried? The Bobo, part of the lies they told you, because the intention is not to. Now, you have a Yoruba man. You can no longer say the Fulani terrorists are being protected because their brother is the one in power. You have a commander-in-chief that is now saying that people should part with their land. And that is his own solution for peace. Boko Haram was more intentional. This criminal, Tipnumbu, is more criminal. Boko Haram came out and he was demanding for cattle grazing routes. Then he came back, he started asking for Ruga, cattle colony, ranches for Fulani terrorists. It was pretty much like intentional direct. So we were able to face him straight up. Waterway bills, cancelled. Ruga, cancelled. Grazing route, dead. What other one? Cattle colony, like that. For Boko Haram, because everybody was like, defensive. This criminal, this druggie, Tifnumbu, he went behind and told them that, don't worry, I'll give you what you want. He created Ministry of Livestock for Fulani terrorists, all because he wanted to placate them. They went to Benue, they went to Plateau, they went to Benue and killed over 200 people. Tifnumbu went there and told them that they have more lands, so they should share. Right? So it is no longer about whether the person is Fulani, or is Yoruba, or is Hausa, or what have you. APC's agenda is very clear, and they are all willing to do it. Tinubu has given 80 billion naira to Gombe State to go and build ranch for Fulanis. Now, guess what? At the land, at 80 billion naira, and the ranch will be owned by one of these politicians in Gombe State. And that's what they are trying to push down south. And a southerner is the president today. Here we are. It is a best of death. Even this Mugu agrees to some extent.
The truth of the matter is the world is an interconnected global community. Whatever happens in Iran and Israel have complete effect in wherever it is in the world, especially in Nigeria. I have almost 9 million people in Nigeria, and that's a nation on itself, right? So they have massive following, and the fact that they have some reliance on Nigeria's powerhouse, they are Nigerian supporters, I think it should make sense. And again, when you look at what is happening in the Sahel, look at the terror groups in the Sahel. Most of these terror groups are cells orchestrated and planned by international actors. The major player, in the Sahel, we have about 5 major terror groups, all of them under the umbrella of one terror group that is called Janim, Jamaatul Nasr al-Isra wal-Muslimin, that's Janim. So all under them, you have IGI, Islamic State in the Greater Sahara, you also have Masina Liberation Front, you have ISWAP, you have Boko Haram, and then you have Katiba Masina. So when you look at the direction, the guy who is in charge of Janim, which is the umbrella body that is governing all this terror group, is called Iyad al-Ghaib. Iyad al-Ghali, this man was regulated, of course, was recruited by some Western interests, by some international actors during the Algerian rebellion against the French in the 1990s. And this is the man that is still heading. And when you look at their strategic direction, they are actually heading towards the Gulf of Guinea. It's not about some Fulani bandits trying to attack some natives, some farmers trying to fight with some herders. It is a strategic movement. The entire global conflict in the Middle East is around control of two things: energy and oil, energy and food. Then one of the most important thing again is the mineral resources, but the major thing is energy security and food security. And any country that have control of the Middle East have complete control of the global power. And that is why if you check historical antecedents, most of the religion that came from the Middle East have global spread. But religions that start from China that come from China or India, they hardly spread globally because of the node of the place. That place connect all the continents of the world, and almost all
you can move by land.
You can move by land, you can move by water. You have Indian Ocean, you have Arabian Sea, you have Mediterranean Sea, you have Persian Gulf, and at the same time you have the Euphrates and the Tigris River coming together, binding into the Arabian Gulf. So when you look at all those areas, it's a very massive high traffic area. So whoever control that area, control the whole world. And whatever affect that place flows down to this base. And when you look at the strategic direction of these terror groups, they are coming gradually, hitting the forest, pushing in towards the Gulf of Guinea. Some of them are helping, some of the crises that we have in Benue, pushing towards Calabar. You also have another people that are coming from Ambazonia in Cameroon, pushing towards the Gulf from this side. And from this side too, you have another ones pushing towards Ondo, trying to hit. That is exactly the whole target, to control the energy supply with West African belt. And then we are all sitting and waiting. When somebody in Iran, like the Khamenei, mentioned Nigeria, we were thinking that we should just take it and say, no, this guy should not. No, he is giving a signal. That means we need to up our game. We have to find a way to ensure that we have a very good relationship at the border to push these people, these attackers, to stay in those countries where they are attacking, in Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Chad, and Benin Republic, where they are. That is where we need to keep them. And the reason why you see some of these Fulani bandits have massive weapons is because majority of the people leading these terror groups are actually Fulanis. Not that they are supporting the Fulani agenda, but they are supporting the grand agenda that is pushing them, that is paying them. And when you look at what happened in Syria, Shara, the current president of Syria, was an ISIS member. Right? And then he was pushed by the same Israel, and he took over control of Syria, giving them airwaves to get into Iran. Now the same case may likely happen where we have Ahmadu Kufa, who is the head of Masina Liberation Front, and then you also have Ilyas Ajibo, who is heading Islamic State in the Greater Sahara. All of them have relationship, tribal, of course, relationship. They could continue to flow.
In case if you don't understand all he said here, make I try break them down for you, like in the layman language. It's not lying, and somehow this particular information is actually in the open. Their sponsor, their foreign sponsor, their local sponsor, the local sponsor that he himself, or local collaborators, which he sort of like omitted from his own, mention there, is not lying. You see the entire Sahel region, where the terrorists have become more dreadful. And why? Because you see, the last 2 years, I've seen the supposed Western presence in this Sahel reduced. Where they are still present, right? They are just pretty much there for being their sake, not effective anymore. And surprisingly, the terrorists suddenly gained more strength, weaponry, that they were taking on military of countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, Chad, Niger, in full-blown war attacks, and then Nigeria. Now, the difference here is this. Nigeria is bigger when it comes, Nigeria military is bigger. Nigeria is supposedly richer, meaning Nigeria have what it takes to secure our own borders in such a way that the entire fight with these terrorists, if there is any at all, will actually be at the borders. But over the years, the compromised military, corrupt security agents who have been sort of like at the same time, right, fielding the terrorists with the intels, based on some of the happenings that we have witnessed in the last 10 years. So a corrupt military can't protect anybody. That's one very sad thing. A corrupt military cannot protect anyone. The money for weapons were mostly looted. And when the weapons are bought, most of them are also looted by the terrorists. So imagine if Nigeria was a real country, right? So it would have been that, oh, don't go to Nigeria. But you know something? The agenda of these terrorists that this guy didn't want you to know, because why do they want to control the energy sector of the Sahel, and including that of Nigeria? Why? Who are those sponsoring them to go and take over those, those infrastructures? The West, right? So what does it mean if the terrorist takes over the energy sector of Nigeria? I mean, take over your resources. Everywhere you have the resources they have interest in, they take them over. Everywhere you have, something like energy, what have you, they take it over. So is that not like they plan to take over Nigeria? Is that not like a Taliban style kind of takeover? Take a look at what they did in Enugu. A report by the Arise.
Nigeria is facing an unprecedented wave of security challenges, one of which is the recurrent attacks on communities by Marudin headers. Residents of communities in Hamufu, in the issues of local government area of Enugu State, are the latest victims. Reverend Alex Onowu recently lost his father-in-law in one of the attacks. He tells tales of the attack.
We went to the farm normally, as usual. Unknowing to them, the Fulani people also bounced on them. They started chasing them, and they used machete and slashed the man like fowl or goat. When the news got to us, it was so painful, and we all ran to village to see whether what we heard is truth. Getting to a village, we discovered that it was exactly as they told us. They have killed the man, deposited his body in the mortuary. When it happened, government will come, console the people, and they will go back. But the effort are not be steady. They are not be steady to checkmate what they be going on. They come and go, giving room for them to attack again. Had it been the government is steady there, maybe station some policemen or military men, they will be able to checkmate the situation. Or due to they will come hit and run, they are not stayed in that place. So that thing give much room to the enemies to attack, which we have been calling on government to do something.
I feel very bad because this is the only father, no father again for me. And they have killed it. He did not steal any person's property, only that he went where I are farming. So since then, my heart, I'm not even happy one day because of my father they have killed. So what I'm saying is that it has gone that my father has died. But what I'm asking that the government should help us. Anything they can do, let them do it so that such will not happen again. Let them find help, what they can do to help we, especially the harmful people. They are killing us just like that. Let them help us and know what they're going to do so that it will stop.
The traditional ruler of Akwa Ibom Governor, who lost 10 of his soldiers to the attack last Saturday, says this is one killing too many.
It was a very big disaster. They did not shot gun at first. What they do is using machete to kill anybody they be able to run off. That is how they continued from Iyasa, Ohalambede, and the host of others that I have mentioned earlier, killing people. According to the report, it was 10, but 9 people is what we have seen the curve, because even the pictures, it's unfortunate that the picture is not here with me. We took all their pictures. The pictures was sent to State CID yesterday.
Despite the presented attacks and victims' plea for intervention, Governor of Enugu State, Peter Mbas, says Enugu is one of the safest states in Nigeria. His confidence is best rooted in assurances from the Nigerian police force.
We're not going to rest on our horse. We're not going to rest on our laurels. We have the CP and his men that are alive to their responsibility and their duty. We do not have any tolerance for insecurity here. And so we are going to continue to work with the force. We're going to continue to work with the police to ensure that we sustain this security that we enjoy.
Ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún ṣe lálìkìyàmọ̀ ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí. Ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún ṣe lálìkìyàmọ̀ ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
Very unfortunate man. He's been spending money hiring social media influencers to debunk the killings of people of Enugu, especially the people of Ehamufu, and tell everybody that Enugu is safe. And then telling us that the security are doing their job, and yet there is no single Fulani arrested, a Fulani terrorist arrested for any of these killings in Enugu State. This is Nigeria. This is what Nigerians have been made to zip up for. Don't say anything. Don't offend the people in government. Don't tell them they are killing you, or else you're going to make the government look bad. To them, everything is fine. That's exactly what I see it as, right? Today. The other day, right? Transgendric. He called him transgendric governor of Akwa Ibom. That's the Kenneth Okonkwo. He called Ume Abina Umo Ino Abinkon. So he said he was living for APC, egbekegbe, right? This was about 2 weeks ago. And they did this jamboree stuff and all that. Remember? They were not done. Because today, they expected Tinubu to come and then welcome him in a mega rally where a stadium was used to show strength and all of that, that the entire Akwa Ibom are now APC. Hitman was there. Yeah, was given the honor. So was Gandola, the Barbarian Mobile Banking CEO, dead of Nigerians. doesn't really bother these crooks. And that is a problem.
We are your brothers and sisters in the high tides and the low depths. We ride together and we rise together. And we protect those who put us through fire and water. That is why 10 years on, despite all odds, we remain the party to beat. We have defied the purpose of doom because we are more than an assemblage of the politicians.
It's about 2027 for them. They are busy. I mean, they are busy with that right now. So Nigeria is such an unreal place, right? Majority of them believes that when they rig themselves in for a 4-year term, they will only use 2 years. No, so they will use the first year to sort and settle down. Like you get like put everybody where they want them to be. So nothing much will happen. Then 1 year is when they will now begin to try to want to have their policies, right? Sort of like pursued. I don't know if they probably do that anyway, but let's use that. Then immediately after the 2nd year, they begin the journey for another election for the next 2 years. There's no place in all of this that the people is at the center of their plan. No, people are not at the center of their plan. Very unfortunate people. And Akwa Ibom was there because they said 24 APC governors flew to Uyo, Akwa Ibom today to go and welcome him to their party in a mega rally. So that it will give that impression that, see my people, they love me. See, the whole stadium is filled up. And then Akwa Ibom told everybody there that spineless, seamless Fubara is going to join them soon. So is Diri Duoye, what is his name? That Bayelsa clown, right? So Diri too will join them. All these were supposed to be PDP governors, Abi. Akwa Ibom.
Akwa Ibom is totally with you. I realized that you had to struggle a bit, particularly that district, to become the governor. But with my presence here today and all my people, Your Excellency, things have turned around. I see you becoming the first re-elected governor in 2027. I see the president getting 99.9% of the votes in 2027. So for you, I can see everything turning around, everything turning around for ABC. I can see everything turning around, everything turning around, everything turning around for ABC. I can see everything turning around for Mana, everything turning around, everything turning around for Oh Minor. I can see everything turning around, everything turning around, everything turning around for Bola Tinubu. It's on. Governor Sheriff of Delta State, thank you for coming to join the progressive family and moving the South-South in a progressive direction. Governor Minor, after you, who knows, Rivers State will tumble. After Rivers State, Bayelsa will join. And of course, we won election after Governor 2 in Edo State, and we produced an amiable senator, Senator Monday Okpewolo. He's here in our midst. Edo State, congratulations once again for your victory.
It's so cringy as well. It's about the next election. And of course, it is not about good governance. It is not about the people. It's about next election. You will get 99.9% votes in Akwa Ibom State. Chief Numbu will get 99.9% in the South-South. How? How? Yeah? You see, there's something about them as well. Whatever they intend to do, they always let it out before they do them, right? They let them out. And every of their outing or gathering, they have always living behind piece of what they talk about in private. Because it's more about politics for them than about governance anytime. The people's choice won't matter. got their own interest and their choice. You know, Nigeria is bleeding. Nigeria is drowning. Nigeria is burning, courtesy of these guys. But somehow they feel like they are doing so well that if you can't see how well they are doing, it is because you are just their, in quotes, enemy. 210 trillion naira missing. Do you even read that report by any means? Like, did any of you try to read that report, Gogo? Well, it's a lot, but let me tell you. They said they spent 103 trillion naira in 2023. This was Tipnumbu that came in May, end of May 2023. Before Tipnumbu came in, they said that NMPC spent 442.6 billion naira on what they called overhead accrued expenses between 2023 and 2024. This Tipnumbu and his gang, they spent, well, okay, NMPC, and yeah, 103 trillion naira. In 2024, they spent 107 trillion naira. You so 1.7 trillion. No, I'm not saying 1. What do you call it? I'm not talking about 1.2. 100, 1 trillion, 2 trillion, 5 trillion, 10 trillion, 15 trillion, 20 trillion, 25 trillion, 30 trillion, 40 trillion, 50 trillion, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 trillion naira. 3 trillion naira. 103 trillion naira. That's how much. So that money we were talking about a few days ago. Just think of that. When they are done with you, they won't be able to buy Nigeria on Temu when these guys are done. You know that thing that they put Nigeria on Amazon for sale. Some people will still say, buy Amo. Because not only that you would inherit 200 million Mumuzo, you are also going to inherit their resources. So people who are going to sell it to you, just buy them. But when these guys are done, not only that your mineral resources would have been destroyed enough that like waste and all that, right? But the Nigeria will be like a scrap. And that's why they must be stopped. If they are not stopped, when APC is done with everybody, you won't even be able to buy Nigeria on Temu. Trust me. Anyway, here is what a pastor said to their faces in Delta States. Have you seen this?
Now you have strength to run around every corner. Don't worry. A day is coming. You will not even know the number of clothes that are in your wardrobe. Before you die, you can be aged, and when you get to a certain stage, you will even forget that you are naked. All these ones we are doing, God will judge us. Starting with me, starting with the church. Those of us who collect stolen money, God will judge us. And those of us who tell you that this is how to do it, God will judge us. And those of you we preach to who refuse to repent, God will judge you. That is why I'm preaching today. Let there be a change. Tell your neighbor, let there be a change. For good. Not hope that will not be realized. We are waiting. Nigerians should pray for Tinubu. Encourage him. I want him to succeed. If he succeeds, my burden will be less. I keep telling you people, this white hair I'm growing, I'm too young to have white hair. It's the stress of Nigeria. Every day over 100 people are in the Bishop's Court, are in the Archbishop Palace, requesting charity. Why will I not grow white hair? When the crude oil that runs from Nigeria can make every Nigerian live properly, live as a human, they give us fake data that the oil running from Nigeria is not up to 2 million barrels, and the thieves are living with us. anger has come to expire. Is there somebody ready to repent today? To say at the burial of Ikekle, I heard God saying, a good name is better than riches. Because I brought nothing into the world, I will take nothing out. Therefore, I will settle with this God. You need to settle with God. My priest had told me, Papa want to build the church. Archbishop, today, why not you just tell the people to build the church? I said, yes, I will tell the people to build a new church in Kiagbodo. But if they build the church with corrupt money, will God be there? If they give the Archbishop brand envelope in dollars, pounds, has God actually noticed the gift? If they raise the whole world and yet their heart is far from God, is it glorified? The best gift you will give to Ikekle, the best gift you will give to God today is to repent and give your soul. Know that judgment is coming. Other things can follow. Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Every other thing shall be added to you. Who are you seeking? The kingdom of God or the gold of his head? For Jesus said, fear him not who killed the body and has no power over the soul, but fear him who can kill the body and destroy the soul. I charge you in the presence of God and of all his saints, Nigeria, make a positive change. Build up a good name. The name you are destroying now, some people built it. If you destroy it, the generation coming will blame you. Unto him who is able to preserve the righteous, be all glory, dominion, honor, and praise, both now and forevermore.
I can imagine, right, when they told him that he would be officiating at someone's wake-up. And then who was that person? Oh, it's a person that would attract politicians. Former this, former that, present this, present that. So I can imagine how he possibly felt like your mom. You know, the scriptural way of how people do their things, right? Like, Holy Spirit, come and guide me, because I want to use the opportunity to say my mind tomorrow, but I don't want to say anything that will lead me to worry prison. So he did his best, but they don't give a shit. They don't. The number one, the number one actors that some of you don't probably pay attention to, professional actors, are no other than politicians. Politicians can be anything you want them to be. If politicians think this crowd, na religion be their mumu button, he can become a religious person. Oh, sorry. Yeah, when I say become, I'm not saying he's going to be religious. So he can present himself as a religious person. And if you are in doubt, he can pay one or two churches to make him deacon and make him this, and that's why you can know that, he's a man of God, politicians. If you want them to act like they were there when the angels brought a Quran for Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? If you want them to act like they were next to Muhammad when he was alive, they can as well, politicians. You want them to act like a babalawo, mamalawo, or whatever you, they will act it. Whatever you want them to be. But all of that, they are just pure acting, just to get something from you and then dump you. I've seen it many times. So when you see politicians seated there, somehow, a typical politician who can easily just go down on his knee and begin to cry, and you think he's confessing his sin. No, he's just playing the script. Because everybody that will see that image, everybody that will see that tears, everybody they will be like, oh my God, so this powerful man is so humble before God. Oh, and it melts my heart. And so they go scam you. money where they're supposed to spend on education. Eventually, we go into private pockets. The one on earth, into private pockets. And then you can't remember, I thought that man was a pastor, or I thought that man was a reverend father. You thought wrong. That's who they are. Nigerian criminal politicians can act any script. But still, the preacher managed to possibly make them feel a little bit uncomfortable by reminding them that on all this, see, now somebody we don't die, you can't see it, so it will be your own turn soon. What would you be remembered for? Doesn't really probably mean anything to them. But Akwa Ibom mentioned the Dodoyo governor, the Dodoyo governor of Edo, in his own statement earlier, right? Acknowledging how they got him to power. Well, the people of Ogene community in the same Edo states are crying out for help. According to them, they gave a piece of land to the Nigerian army, right? To build barracks or what have you. Then the Nigerian army has now gone over that agreed piece of land by encroaching on the community land, including places where people have built their houses before the arrival of this Nigerian army also. Their homes are being demolished as we speak. So some of them have protested to call the Opeodoyo to come and intervene, because how could the Nigerian army be above the law? This is not right. A graphic designer who said he's worked so hard all his life, at least, to put something together. He built himself a house that he considered as the token to show for all of his life, life hustle. Now, that life hustle is history now, simply because of the same reason. Impunity. Please listen to this.
My name is Benjamin. I'm a citizen of Nigeria from Delta State. I do business here for Benin. Though they do business, which is a graphic design and printing, now they do. And small money where they save over the years. Now I take the rate structure. What happened? I bought land from Enogi, named Agawa, from this community, Ogede. About 3 years ago, now I buy the property from her. That's this land, empty land. But the dimension of this place now 100 by 100. I see gather money again, now buy another 100 by 100 from her. Everything put total to 200 by 100. Sorry, 100 by 100 now first buy. That's this portion. Then the other back side, I still buy her from her. Let me buy the place from the man. I pay the money. He give me papers. That's the called those deed of transfer. I did everything. I even come to this registry where they go register land. So I do those things there. So I call they build this place small. We all know how they say they build house for Nigeria. Not be once they build house. Money come, I start foundation. Why I start foundation? The community people come and say, I'll pay community fee. Say, why? Listen, I pay. Then later when God sit down for me, I can't reach little level. I do pass that stage. Why I reach roofing level? They still come again. They say I'll pay for roofing. I can't pay. Even they will put this aluminium roof safe. They still come, so I'll pay for the people who come. I still pay them. All those payments, I pay those money. They not tell me say this place get issue or land get issue. I don't build that finish. Just at the office last week here, they robbed my office. They made away with 11 laptops. Those who know me for Benin, my business in a graphic sport. Those who follow me for TikTok na graphic sport 7. For my Facebook na graphic sport. They know say na printed they do over the years. Since 2007, I get CAC registered in this country. I said finish school now, I start this job. I want they do this graphic design before I start school. No work now to start this thing. Now don't come. They're coming from office. Say man, they don't form my house. So because my uncle they stay the first flat for that place there. This one are my own part. So every say I will stay. I just build them like we have to retire. Why we might no benefit of work. I don't work over the years. Just to come here, I run rich here now. They say the armies they don't come out. My uncle come tell me say they use and sit down for ground while they come they break the place. So enough quick come in. Now when they don't come out, now they can't come in. I run rich, I don't see anybody. I run to the Nogisa. Baba, I will see what they happen to my house. So the Nogi say when we reach there, they say don't go palace. I wait over nothing. Different call they call me. Advice from people cause okay. Make me go palace, go complain. Me can't come out. So people constantly tell me say, "Man, post this thing." As I dey post am because they go viral. But now people constantly tell me say, "Okay, man, go meet the no get man and say, what will be the problem of the land?" I still meet am now. Nothing where this man don't tell me where they tangible. If I reach the palace, so God and man, God where they see me so. The man, I know they feel they talk now late years. As I even they talk to this camera now, I feel they talk confidently. But if I see the nogi, I don't feel they talk. Whether I do something to me, I don't know. I not even talk now. Okay, see what I don't labor for over the years. Nothing to show. I just suffer, waste my youthful age for this country. Oba of Benin, Oba of Tokpe, NUJ, any press I beg, Mona help me. Mona just help me, I beg. I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do. Now I beg, I just stay governor. Governor Kweolo, you dey try for this state. Since you enter, different things they happen. As you enter, but by east, no boy, I watch the flyover. What you do? Please, at least flyover don't come at those states. At least for so many things where they do. I beg, just hear my cry. This one of the politics. I beg, Mona help me. I beg. I don't go para, but they don't feel allow me enter because I don't get shit won't carry me go. No, I beg, Mona help me. Nigeria, those in diaspora, I beg. Civil society, I beg to now, I beg. Mona help me. Now I beg I did. Now I beg I did. Anyhow, na fit help me. Now what I don't labor for be this one. I beg. I dey beg on now. Oba of Benin, Nigeria Police Force, Nigeria Army. I dey beg on now. Anyhow, na fit assist me. I don't mind. I don't born. I get wife. I get pikin. Yeah, what I want live for them for? How many years them man go stay? I don't use all my years since I finish school. No work. I thought they busy me for school. No job. Now I remember I said, "Oh, Bobby, I learn work. Oh, now to start printing. They do graphic design. Nothing what I show for them. The only this thing I get. What I call it for? All my schoolmates, the way they travel, I say, shall they tell you that I say, come on for Nigeria. You see Nigeria good. See what I live for. Those where they are, bro. I do be on a day. Mona help me. Civil society, I dey beg. Mona hear my cry. Now beg I did. Mona help me. Anyone I want to help me, I beg. I don't know what I do. At least there is some more person. They call me. I'm not going to invest my money because they put for what I don't say get problem. Nobody like trouble. I don't like trouble. I beg. Any they want to help me. Now beg me just say. I don't even know which I want to talk again. Where I want to start from? When I just help me, I beg. Anyone have to help me, now beg me I did. All the video where they post, I beg. If now want to ask me questions, coming for anywhere, I will come. Now I beg I did. I beg. Mona help me. Mona help me. Oba of Benin. Oba talk by
That is not all. There is in fact more. He is not alone. Listen to these others too.
As we are here, as you can see, I'm with the youth of Ogede. Right now, right away, what is happening in this community is very, very unacceptable. Beside me, this is your Karele of Ogede, youth of Ogede, prominent youth of Ogede, they are here. So, Karele, sir, what is going on in this community?
I greet, ladies and gentlemen, I greet everybody in my house. This community, we are the one that gives soldier land. Soldier is worrying us, destroying our property. We are begging the federal government, the governor, the senator to come and rescue us for the government hand. Please, we are begging. The way they are doing us in Ogede, we don't know what is happening. Please, we are begging the government to help us.
Thank you. I beg, please, sir. This is our honorable Osagi Akpitai, sir. I know you were born and brought up in Ogede community.
Very, very.
What is happening in Ogede right now, is it acceptable by you?
No, it's not acceptable. We are begging the government, the federal, the state, and the local government to come and help us. We don't know what we did to the soldiers. They are coming to Ogede land, a house built, already living by human beings, not be destroyed by soldiers. We don't know what is happening. They are now oppressing us with their federal mind. Please, we are still begging the federal mind and the state government, please to come to our aid. The people and the residents in the community, everybody is now running away because of soldiers. Please, the government, and we are begging the ancestors to the Oba Benin to intervene so that we can have peace in the community.
Thank you very much. So as you can see, these are youth of Ogede. I am also a youth where we are born and brought up. Confirm. We are very hungry right now. We cannot fight the army, but we are going to fight by this platform. We said no to army destruction in Ogede. Modo Bevolo. Dennis Daosa. This is your consequence. Uzame. These are people you are representing. Please come to our aid. Let us know the crime we have committed by giving a land to Nigeria Army and Kenwa Bara to build. This will continue to go on. We will protest. We will fight till we see the end of this. Thank you. Right now, as I'm here with you and with my father, one of the elder in Ogede community, Dr. Akpitai, is an educated man. He's a retired principal director at Edo State. We, today, what we have seen in our community is very, very sad. Sir, what you have seen today, what do you have to say? Are you okay with it?
Thank you very much, my son. I was born, I'm a son of the soil. I was born in the 50s, not even 60s, 50s. My house is here. My father's house is here. My father's is here. My own personal house is here. There was a time the soldiers came here. I was the spokesman. I was the spokesman for Enoki. I spoke and led. That was about 3, 4, 5 years ago. This case is still persisting. I don't know why it's persisting, but we thought it's ability to rest. So just infringing to our community, I don't understand that. Because I never heard that when I was growing up. I never heard that. I just heard out of the soldiers who just came in. Where they are occupying at go that side is so far to this community. So far from this community. I don't know why they are still persisting, but I don't know what's behind it. It's saddled. Because I've tried, we have written letters, we have gone to government house, even to that TV one time. We went there with the Logie, we went there. I think the government should not come in. The governor should come in right now, government.
Okay, my people, what he's saying directly, he said this is where he was born and brought up. And he is now retired principal director at those states. Board of Education is not a child. You know what he's saying? If we accommodate the Nigerian army by giving them land to build the Kenwa barrack, I don't think we made a mistake. This brutalization is too much. He said he have not seen this before. What is going on and nobody understand. So we want to know where we belong to. This is our cry to the federal government, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Edo State Governor Modo Pevolo, Deputy Governor Dennis Daosa, Uzabe representing us in House of Assembly. We need answers. We don't want to know where we belong to as Ogedes. Yes. Nigeria Army come to Ogede every blessed day to demolish houses. And if they are commissar, they come with Fulani herdsmen. As we speak, Fulani herdsmen have taken over our community, abhorred by Nigeria Army. If you see the big camp they have built for Fulani herdsmen in our community, it's even bigger than the whole of our community. If they destroy one house in Ogede, they will build 50 Fulani herdsmen camp. If they destroy 50 houses, they will build thousands of Fulani camps. As we talk, we don't longer go to our... That's all.
I beg my brother. So I want to appeal to the government. Thank you, sir. And I can assure you that our governor is a very responsive governor. He will take action on this. This is a very serious issue. Okay, so I want to let you know that we are going to take it to the governor, who will take a decision on how to move these issues forward. But I can assure you that the governor will respond, and he will respond very swiftly on this issue. So I want to...
You know, the problem here is this. There are some of these APC, egbekegbe governors, who are working with Tifnumbu, and secretly they are building Fulani settlements in the southern part of Nigeria. I decided to share that clip with you because Edo State is one of those states. Imo State is one of them. Now you see this too, especially Edo State. The Fulani terrorists in Edo State and the atrocities are underreported. I'm talking about like some of you are from Edo State, and possibly if you want to be honest, honest enough, right? You would agree that there's barely any one single community in Edo State, especially the Edo South and Edo North, where people have been slaughtered, killed, and the Fulani terrorists are being seen, like people are seeing them like this, like they say, oh, they're over there, look at them, and their cows and all of that in Edo State. So the criminal politicians are secretly ceding lands, displacing people. It's not just the terrorists that comes and, shoot and bomb, shoot and kill people, bomb properties and send people to IDP camps. Governments are doing it too. So if it's also not the first time that the Nigerian army has been accused of aiding the advancement of this Fulani terrorists in Nigeria. It's not the first time, it's not the second time, it's not the 10th time. It still is part of the pieces of information that we have kept together to give us this conclusion that except those who are supposed to stop these terrorists as those who are sponsoring them, right? If not that they are the ones who are sponsoring them, this terrorism probably wouldn't have festered this much. All this information, they are like life-saving information, but unfortunately, we're talking about Nigeria, where the majority of people have been so, it's like the majority of people have been infected with this hunger kind of like a syndrome, like everybody just, what majority of people think about is the next meal, food. When you begin to ask them to sit down and think and process some information, it is too much if it is not going to guarantee them the next food. How lucky are these criminals? Similarly, in the southern, in Lagos, all this dredging they said they are doing to build their coastal road. It seems the effect of that is already hitting everybody faster than expected. Akwa is a community along that Lagos coastal road, and they said they are part of the coastal road or whatever you, right? Is a part where they have dredged so much. Now they are at the risk of being wiped off by the ocean surge or ocean surge, right? Plus other terrible state of infrastructure in Lagos and even Ogun State. So the people of this Akwa right now, Akwa are already moving out of the community because they risk being washed off into the ocean, courtesy of Tiknumbu, Shaguri, and their coastal road to nowhere. So you see, if they have collected your own land and you are still asking for compensation and the rest of that, there are people they didn't collect their land. But ecologically, they would have to move themselves. Displacement. No, I didn't finish the description. Akwa is in Lekki, and it's called Lekki SCDA. All right? Lekki, Lagos. Eyomo Lekki.
Wow.
Live in Ogun State, life in Congo right now. Look at it. Look at. Can you see? Kò tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ dàpọ̀? Wọ́n wá sébù máa nìyẹn. Mọ́tò lóye yìí o. Wọ́n wá sébù ẹ̀ ní o. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí?
So ẹ̀rí báyìí ẹ̀nà àná ní gbogbo ilé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ o àwọn láti ilé tó láti sí ẹgbẹ́ títì òun lè léyìí o. Ẹ̀rí báyìí. Apàkín rè o ológun ti lé wa kúrò nílé o. Bẹ́ẹ̀rì lélẹ̀ sí yẹn ó ti wọ́pù nú ẹ̀ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀rì rè o. Bẹ́ẹ̀rì tó ti gbó lọ rè o.
olókun mo wà báyìí olókun débẹ̀ gbẹ́sẹ̀ mi gan ṣe ti rí báyìí ṣòro ilé bá balẹ̀ lè mọ̀ ń bẹ̀yẹn náà ládébí pàtún lọ́hùn gbogbo ìpàtún lọ́hùn náà gbogbo lálàájì gbogbo wọn ló ti lọ ilé alájà gbogbo wọn ní pàtún so ọ̀nà ẹbẹ̀ jí nǹkan tó pé máa ní fídíò máa ṣe fídíò lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn náà ṣe ti rí báyìí àwọn ilé ti gá gbogbo àwọn igi everything yẹn ẹ wo ẹ̀fì olókùn ilé ẹ̀kú kò jìnnà síra báyìí òkùnkùn lélẹ̀ ṣe ilé lélẹ̀ so fún yẹn ló ń pé ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn kinní yẹn lọ gbogbo àwọn àgbọ̀n yẹn ṣètìrì mi ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí olókùn yẹn dọ́dọ̀ nìkan ẹ̀rí sí mò ń ṣọ́ gan ni mò ń ṣọ́ ni ṣètìrì ẹ̀wò ilé kan wà bíbá ipò tó kàn kíchìn táwọn lọ́ọ̀kan yìí kẹ́tẹ́ ló gbogbo ilé tẹ̀ ti lọ pátápátá kò sí ilé ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ mọ́ kò sí ilé bẹ̀ mọ́ so ẹ wá wò àwọn grave àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀rì àìmọ̀ àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀rì náà tó ti lọ àìmọ̀ ìbí ìtọ́ ti kó ẹ̀tìrì bẹ́ẹ̀rì eléyìí sí grave eléyìí náà ti lọ ẹ̀tìrì àwọn àgbọn lélẹ̀ náà wọ́n ti lọ kó ṣe ká ẹ̀rù pé olókùn ó débí bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí sí evidence mi nìyẹn o.
It is actually it was supposed to be a disaster that should be trending right now. If not in Nigeria, it should be trending in Lagos. The Lagos state government, the Lagos state government officials, the local government SCDA officials, they were all supposed to be in that place right now. They have no idea of how many people have been washed off by the ocean. Because a whole building, like buildings, have been washed off. Or it's other space. That place you are seeing the water. And something that looks like a ridge ahead in that video, that last part of the video. That ridge, that place used to be where people had their homes. And just yesterday, every bit of it is gone. And you see those ones that are still existing. Another surge, boom, they will all be gone too. But guess what? It's not making any headline in Lagos. Not in Lagos. The richest state in Nigeria. Where people have dead body, people where they don't bury dead years ago. The ocean don't wash their body away. So even if you later return all the bones, they can't differentiate whose bone is this. You get. And this was supposed to be a state where they told you that Poseidon, the guy that fought the ocean, Tipnumbu, saved you from the ocean. When it is evident that Lagos State will be underwater, if nothing is really done genuinely, you see what they are doing, all those what do you call that thing, whether they dredge your river to take, without them building the proper, what's it, barrier? They call it barrier, concrete barriers. Sure you get, because that's how you indeed proudly defend that, Abi. Tifnumbu and his gang, they took a portion along that Lekki, Lekki free trade zone. They made it free trade zone. They also built themselves Lagos Eco-Atlantic. Then they went on to say, oh, we saved Lagos State from water, this and that. If they did, you would today see a very long barrier next to that ocean. We have ocean view properties all over the world. You know what? If you go to any form of a beach or water, ocean, anywhere, I live in the UK and I've been to quite many. You will see this that looks like ancient. It's like these guys have built these barriers like decades ago. You don't see anything like that around there. And you see all the people who have their properties around the area, right? They are safe. And if there's any time that there's going to be ocean surge, right? The barrier has already reduced whatever the impact is going to have on them. The barrier saves them. Doesn't mean that they can't still feel flooded. But it won't be to the level of them losing their lives, losing their properties, everything washed off. Like they never existed. But Poseidon, Bodilon Poseidon, is receiving Guinness World Record. He said he should be given Guinness World Record because he fought the ocean to save Lagos. Lagos State will be swallowed by water by year 2050 if nothing is done. And I don't think anything is really being done. Except where it is going to be about their business. It's not about money for them. Everything is money for them. Right? You see that their coastal road, it will also be washed off if these rogues fail to actually really build a barrier that is not just to protect the claimed land, which is where they are building their multi-billion dollars properties, their Eco-Atlantic free trade zone, Lekki deep sea ports, Lekki airport, and all those things, Dangote refineries and all that, right? Around them, they have like really sunk massive rocks and all whatever engineering they put in place to save themselves, right? But they will still get washed off. Because once, it's either they are going to end up as an island, right? Let me tell you something. You see these people, or let me say these affected people by their coastal road to nowhere. They said in 1980, when they mooted the idea of starting a coastal road, guess what? The land they want to use for coastal road is now like 2-3 kilometers to the water. You know what that means, right? The places you see the water today, and then you see the bank of the water, you call the bank of the water today, they are actually people's lands. what is left that the ocean has taken over the years. So it is like this year, you came back, I mean, you come out and you say, okay, I'm going to build a road. And this road is going to be here. And this is ocean here, right? So I'm going to build this road, 6 lane here, meaning this is land already. Abi, next to the ocean. Then you come back 40 years later, and you still want to build this road. Now you take a look at your supposed plan or whatever, and then you realize that there is no land for the road anymore because the ocean has washed, not just the one you assigned or you probably reserved for your road. It has washed the entire place off, but it has gone as far as washing land up to 2-3 kilometers, meaning the last time you check when you saw land here, and today, now here you see land now. This entire place is now ocean, water. That was 40 years ago. So in another few years, the water continues, like the video you just watched now. It's slow. It's only once in a while that it's kind of like with pause, but it is always slow. It's called ecological decimation, so to say. I made that up though, because I just thought the 2 words. Yeah? So slowly and slowly. So you see, this place that you are seeing, now that they have decided to build, to take people's land here, to build their road. Now, the road is meant to probably stop the water from crossing over. Time shall tell. That's all I can say. In that same Lagos Island, it is always the same story. But the ones that looks like poch, not as dirty as the last one you saw. This one is within their supposed eyebrow areas, or maybe not.
Hell, Chineke biko nyekwara ndị bi na Lagos aka, may God help those where they live for Lagos. You see this way they see, no be outside, no be abroad be this, na Lagos be this. Na Lagos be this, so I go side, I go palace side, na be this. See as water they full road enter people's house. As you see, so all these people who get these houses, none of them don't run. All of them don't come out. As I just inside motor we do, they come out. If they see the glass, you go see inside motor they do this video. If we buy never na fair jedebego. Or the community park, Buruhaja Park, ya side as go nowhere, Gadeben. If you ever seen a ishi. Hey, Chineke name. Obugano one nigga be in Lagos. If there is any of your siblings that is in Lagos, now they call the person. Now where would they rainy season? Join us say Kekun say no. Kekunu say no. Eba not the Otana mainland. Keseka island nigga. Hell, Orejela. Oh yeah, but him in Lagos Bobby Apple. The man no gonna aso pro wa half ya. Kamoga don't need it. Or $1.5 for Chineke. When Boru na me the but I say na motor anyị now. Ebe aka obi na ogbafu m si to emperor to aka m si je. Abịam Lagos bịa to ofu. Chine.
It is Lagos. Mainland, not island, by the way. People dedicate, or should I say sacrifice, so much of their lives in different capacity in that contraption, except for the criminal politicians who have had access to public fund to personally enrich themselves of people's money. The real supposed engine of the country, the professionals, doctors, specialists, architects, engineers, those who are actually supposed to build things or maintain things, receive the worst of the worst reward. And most of them, when Nigeria happened to them, it exposes all other lies that comes with, it's good to be patriotic. You need to be patriotic and all that stuff. You see, when Nigeria happened to you, that moment is going to be the moment of truth, even if you have been so dedicated all your life. Take a look at this man. Maybe somebody you probably have come across at a time in your life, because people were talking about him. His name is Dr. Esin Imo Asuko, right? So he's a medical practitioner, right? And he's been working in one of, especially in the detonated. Now his story said, Dr. Esin Imo Asuko, an anesthetist and medical doctor at Federal Medical Center, Ebutemeta, has recently been diagnosed of prostate cancer, right? Now, he's facing the challenge with great courage, but he shouldn't face it alone. The Association of the Resident Doctors, ARD, FMC, Ebutemeta, is raising funds to support him with medical bills, transport to treatments, and related costs. So I am also joining to help them raise awareness. So to any of you who might come across this, if you feel touched enough, please support them. But this is somebody, Baba, this is somebody that if he wasn't in Nigeria as that kind of a medical doctor, a specialist, an anesthetist, right? That guy was supposed to be a normal millionaire. And I'm talking about, even if he's somebody who probably doesn't really kind of like manage money well, he should be a millionaire in dollars. His skill, his experience, and others, his service and other, right? Should never have put him in a position where they have to do fundraiser for his prostate cancer treatment. He worked for the Federal Medical Center. His friends are doctors, probably specialists too, within the same medical center. And they couldn't come together and say, Omo, which money? No, let's treat him now, prostate cancer. Let's begin his treatment right away. He's a doctor, for goodness sake. But you know what? It won't save you. That's why I told people, I said, you see, this Nigeria, bad governance, spares no one. Whether you are educated or not, whether you are rich or poor, whether you are powerful or powerless, it doesn't really matter. There's always going to be a way. In fact, there is an adequate shege for everyone. And when things like this happen, it is to remind every one of us that we are not mad to believe that the criminals that destroyed Nigeria, they deserved the worst place in hell, if there is one. How can somebody be a specialist doctor in a federal medical center and they have to go online to go and raise money to pay who? Who are they going to pay? To pay themselves for having to help their colleagues? I don't understand. For years, he's been there for years. His colleagues are relocated to America, relocated to the UK. Today, they are retired in wealth because you cannot spend. Do you know what it takes to train a doctor? Do you know what it takes to become a specialist doctor? And then you ended up being a poor specialist in the poverty capital of the world. That is Nigeria. And that is simply because, you see, the rogues that you call your leaders, who don't give a damn about you anyway, right? They don't believe in Nigeria. They don't believe in anything Nigeria. Nigeria is just there to pick their bills. And Nigeria is doing that like unchallenged as we speak. So whether you are a professional in their institutions or you are the lowest rank officer in their own institutions, they don't give a damn about you. And the earlier, the better. The earlier, the better for you to understand this. Imagine if they have to, imagine doing fundraiser for an anesthetist, a medical doctor. But me only explain now. Somehow, it could be like say they are hyperventilating. Say, "My, you go calm down. Oh, understand me. The resources that goes into training one doctor, to train a doctor. Then when you now have this doctor who is also a specialist, not just that, he's had years of experience, and within the same establishment he's working, he couldn't get any help. No, it is mental. Here is a quick observation that some people have been noticing. Yesterday, these people came out and said they are starting their own political party. A lot of people have pretty much reacted. Some said that in 2027, Nerogun Adao, you get, because Ada is the name of a girl in Igbo. Ada is also the name of the first girl, I think, in Hausa, a few other languages. Ada, Ada, which is cutlass in Yoruba, is pretty much like same in Hausa, Ada. So the only mistake they made was to use corn. They should use cutlass. You get what I mean now? So, but there's an observation. This letter was the letter they wrote to INEC. Everybody said they wrote it to INEC. But somehow, there is an omission. If you take a look at the address, the chairman, Independent National Commission, I don't think INEC will receive this letter. Or whatever it is, again, we are following. Just like I saw a road sweeper in Zamfara. Guso, that is the Zamfara state capital. A road sweeper, it's not bad. I mean, why am I going to show you this? Why am I showing you this, right? I'll tell you. What do you think? So I shared that on Mayogo's Diary Politico this morning or afternoon. And majority of those who actually reacted to it felt like, oh, this is great. Why can't they bring it to Lagos? Why can't they bring it to Abuja? Or why didn't you use it in so and so? Then I also saw those who said, they should not bring it to, if they bring it to Lagos, all those mama, where they sweep the streets, they don't will get job again. That's why I'm sharing the video with you. There is something about, I don't know if it is the same with other African countries, by the way, but Nigeria and Nigerians, and you are going to agree with me by the time I finish this, right? There is something about Nigeria that somehow, people believe that if you don't suffer, if you don't suffer for something, that thing is not valuable. I'm starting with that. And that is when you see some people who went through hard life when they were growing up. They expected everyone else to go through that hard life because it's like you have to experience it because I experienced it. Not like, oh, all of you are so lucky. During our own time, we've made life easier for you now. Whatever hardship you think you are facing right now can't be compared to what we faced. That is not Nigerian. Do you get what I mean? You need to struggle for it. A lecturer will say, not that your script is bad. You did so well, but in my own word, I don't give anybody A. And he will say to everybody, no, I don't give A, I don't give B. If you get C in my own course, you are so good. And then everybody accepts that. There's nothing you will do. There's no way you can read or you can never get B in Mr. Ayanle Koko's course. Similarly, you walk into a government institution and then you witness the level of incompetence, like a bicycle kind of attitude of these guys, enough that they just want you to suffer for it before they eventually, And if you don't want to suffer for anything, then you pay for it. That's another one, you pay for it. So when I saw that road sweeper, for those who thought they will lose their jobs if they bring road sweepers for you, no, you won't lose your job. In fact, it will make your job better. But you also need a very good road. A motorable road is where you can have your road sweeper or street sweeper to do for you. You know what that does? It helps the people to even do more, right? You don't, in 2025, you don't give brooms and rake to old women to be risking their lives on the main road. No, you don't do that. So when you sweep or you collected trash on the road, or you have to empty the engine, or you have to collect the entire pack of that, there are people that will do that. Do you understand? So these women sweeping the roads in your state capitals, they can take them elsewhere to do something else. Doesn't mean that they will need to sack them. Of course, it is Nigeria. If they are not allowed to actually go through that, to them, why are you bringing machine? Why are you there? We can do it. If you take it from there to here, I've been doing it for the past 25 years. I started when they pay us 1.5. Today, they collect 15,000 naira every month. Even though we want them to increase our salary, but they will increase our, that kind of life. That people are so afraid of anything that makes their hardship easier. Why would you be afraid of your hardship? I mean, when I was growing up, right? I don't know about you. Later, I discovered that most of those things they told us to endure were because of poverty, so to say. I don't know how many of you heard that using the blending machine or going to go and blend your pepper at the grinder's place, right? That it makes your food lose its value and lose its taste, or some nutrients and taste. There are people that will tell you that except they use hand to grind the pepper, I know they chop the food. And you're like, really? So who's going to be helping you to use hand to grind the pepper? I'm going to marry a very responsible wife. You're going to marry a slave, right? I don't eat anything they cook with blender. Really? And he's so proud to say it. Educated person, don't pretend. Some of you've heard it many times, so I don't have to make things up. For you to be able to understand my message, I always have to put out scenarios that is relatable. You can relate with it. Either yourself or you've seen somebody who have said that, like the same way, educated person. I've had people who said, I know they cannot use a washing machine to wash my clothes. I can't marry any woman that is going to be asking me to buy washing machine. Say my mother used washing machine. Maybe your mother used washing machine. How can a wife be asking for washing machine? Instead of you to use your hand to wash your husband, there's a spiritual. I heard people say that a wife that sits down and uses her hand to wash the clothes of her husband receive blessing from God. Have you heard that before? I have. They call them obedient wives or submissive wives. Anyone who says no, hardship, you need to suffer. You need to suffer for it. Kind of. But imagine when you have a machine that sweeps your streets, while others collect every other piece of litter out there. And you walk on that street, clean, pure. Why don't you want that? Why would anybody not want that? I don't know. And then, is a soldier who was taking us on a tour of what it is like to be camped in Borno, fighting the Fulani terrorists and Boko Haram, the same set of rogues, terrorists that the Nigerian government will release. He shared his own. What have you with us?
Yes, as you can see now, come and see our house later. Come. Our house now. Abi, you can see.
Now here they live.
Now here they live.
Okay.
This is my Bible. You can see my Bible. This is my remaining uniform here. You see? This is where we live. This one, that's where this is where we borrow some confidence more. You see, this is my friend on.
Yes, sir.
You can see, if you don't matter rain heavy from here to end of
that kind of Fulani room maybe this now.
Yeah, but they know they enter.
Yeah, I know.
See where I keep my right there. We're ready for action. You can see, we spend after we didn't even spend money, we spend a lot of money inside.
Yes, sir.
We spend a lot of money.
Yes, sir.
You can see, you can make yourself be happy. But you see this country, we must reach the end of every problem in this world. Nigeria will be one.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Thanks for your service, though. Because I still have to say thank you to some of them, even though within you have all these terrorists. Right. I'll take calls tonight because like it's been a while, like as usual, right? So let's take calls. I'll take a short break, okay? I'll come back maybe for half an hour, then we can call it a night. But if you have to leave, right? Please like the broadcast, okay? And I also have a personal request to make, or I just don't know how to put it together to ask. So when I sum up that courage to ask, I will ask, because I am having an issue whereby, you know, I may lose my studio, but I'll tell you more about it when I feel comfortable enough to share it with you. Until then, right? If you're staying back, please like the broadcast too. And when I come back, I'll take calls, maybe 1 or 2 or 3. Then we can call it a night. Don't go anywhere yet, please. So I'll take my first call. I think I have my first caller, but let me put that on a quick hold. Sorry, my caller, hang in there for me for a sec. All right. So thank you so much, everyone who is still around, you know. But like I said, still don't know how to really put it together, okay? But I will put it together and we'll have a chat around it in the next couple of days. Because at the end of the day, you know, I'm not going to lose my studio. I'm just using that as like, it's the worst case scenario, all right? But it's probably never going to happen. But let's take this. Hello.
My Baba.
Baba. How are you, sir?
This is Big Mo.
Big Mo, yeah?
Yes, you played what I was telling you about some weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I said, I must enter this call.
But now here you are, Baba.
I'm even surprised I'm the first caller. Wow. So I think things are aligning.
We're not that busy. So it'll be, you know, everybody who attempts to get through tonight will likely get through. So, Baba, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, my hope everything is all right. This one, they talk about studio.
Yeah, Baba, they give me one kind of pressure that, you know, like I said, I don't want to be giving it out in peace. I'll have a time, I'll tell everybody. And I'm going to need everybody's help at that time. But until then,
because that was very alarming.
I know.
You even mentioned it's very alarming.
I've got some crazy letters in there that, You know, it's like, about don't worry, Sha. I'll tell everybody. But again, like I said, it's like the worst case scenario, all right? Because whatever cannot be resolved, right? Probably will never even happen, all right? So, Baba.
You know, this your politicians also there behaving like this on our politicians here.
Yeah.
They want to help that man in the Middle East to fight war that they cannot win. So that's what they are carrying money anyhow. The money they don't even have.
You following that too, right? But everyone should be
I'm following. I mean, I don't know who told him that he can win the fight, but oh well.
Time shut up.
Good luck to him.
But the one,
I mean, even
from our own place,
our own place now.
You know, it's like it's not getting any world attention as it should. But why would the world care? When
your president is doing economic summit.
Yeah, you feel me, Baba?
If they do economic summit, so who care?
Inside insecurity.
Who care? When I woke up and saw some of these things today, the first thing I checked now my passport, just to make sure, say, who at all. Because I mean, he's doing economic summit. The other one is there. I've never seen it in my life before. When person defect to una party, vice president they go as if say he defect to Nigeria. Now Nigeria he defect to. The same vice president where they no one even give.
The one where say they won't come shock for your legs.
I mean, what are we doing?
They are so interested in politics than governance. And I don't see,
you know what surprises
why
me?
people can't see how wrong this is. Do you understand? Like governance should be about, I mean, politics will start, right? After politics, and you are in power, it is time for governance. But these guys have left governance for politics. And all these things happening means Nigerians are just on their own. Papa, hey.
You know why I don't even argue about governance? They never cared about governance.
There was never anything governance.
They never cared about governance. You cannot be waiting to be president for 30 years. And then when you do it in your 90s, or let's say in your 70s, as they said, and then you will now start thinking of governance when you can't even stand straight. I mean, even you on this show, after a while on this show, maybe you are training some people. You understand? You'll be coming in maybe every Tuesday, every Friday. You have Templars that you have trained already.
Yep.
Talk less of the one that has been waiting to enter Aso Rock, to sleep inside Aso Rock all this while. I don't get it as just as you don't get it.
Exactly.
Because I don't see myself governing Nigeria and going out to say I'm president of Nigeria when there's no Nigeria. See the look on his face the other day on stage.
I mean,
he's so left his body. When he went to Kaduna.
Oh, that of Kaduna.
When
somebody charged that thing.
He's so left his body.
He was like, yeah. I saw that.
Why do you think he's so scared?
Because anything can happen, they know what they are doing.
Yes, but they rather risk it and there's something I wanted to even say. Thank God you picked Commodore today. Right. By the way, Commodore is one of the generals you are looking for that I never heard. As I told you last time, most of them killed.
I know.
This, for example, there's a new soldier that has been one lance corporal that has been calling out these guys.
I've shared this clip.
I've sent him my prayers because I know it's God will keep him. Somehow God has a way of always exposing these guys. But at the end of the day, the ultimate pride. So when I see this kind of people, that is a real soldier there. Because he has decided to give his life.
Yep.
Because he knows the last. I mean, you can't take on the whole establishment.
They finally get hold of him.
You can't take that kind of organization and of course you'll be gone. But we know a lot, which some of it we even knew anyway.
Now that part that worries me. And one thing about our people is that they always don't really take it serious until it is too late. That part that worries me is the fact that there is a plan to overrun Nigeria. But a lot of our people are saying it is impossible. You understand? Like, it's not possible, Jerry. Now, but we have we have criminals in government who are doing nothing about it. They are telling people to accommodate them. They are telling them to tolerate them. So that scares
me. You know the reason why I quickly dialed in when you gave the Taliban example.
Right.
You know the Taliban, they were allies of America before. Then when America was done with them, for example, quick example now in our present time, he is in Abu Dhabi as we speak, the president of Syria. This guy has wanted in Al Qaeda, in ISIS,
with $5 million ransom on his head, or reward.
He don't wear suits now.
He met with
Trump.
Donald Trump in Abu Dhabi, like you said.
He's in Abu Dhabi. They used Osama bin Laden to pursue Soviets. America armed them. They can't leave the weapon. What did you say go happen afterwards? All of a sudden, they now turn to terrorists.
You get?
And don't think that for them it's very calculated. Because they overthrew Saddam, they went into the Middle East. Now they are even planning to help Taliban build Afghanistan. So it's always money for them.
I'm telling you.
It's always money for them. But you see this our mumus here. I don't know what the
so
end
if these guys, if they feel like, you know what, these guys are mumujari, you know what, we will sponsor you, overrun the
place.
Our military will run away. All these people, all these pot belly, walking stick holding service ships. They will be off.
But that is a chair. Of course, NSAS, all of them anyway, just NSAS.
Wait now, Shebi, you see how all of the politicians around Assad left Syria.
Yeah.
Did you see how the military in Afghanistan, how they abandoned themselves when the Taliban was coming to town?
Yeah, American soldiers.
Everybody think that will happen in Nigeria with this crop of criminals who have already built their own safe houses elsewhere, outside the place.
That's why I mean, say I don't understand the Nigerian part. You know, for the Americans, there is always something. It doesn't ever stop. Like they hardly take losses. Afghanistan, they scatter Afghanistan, Taliban pushed them out, they came back. Now they are talking about rebuilding.
Yep.
Companies like Halliburton, companies like Bechtel, are looking to enter and help them build road and infrastructure.
That's right.
This man in Netanyahu in Israel, he started this war despite whether Trump wanted it or not, because he has these lobbyists that have already put people on high jump in the Congress. He was already also lobbying on the other side. Trump didn't want, by the way, he has suspended the thing now. He's saying everybody should calm down. He wants to meet with the foreign minister of Iran. He cannot fight, he knows they cannot fight this war.
I know. Big more.
But let me just, may I drop this one? One thing where I don't understand with this your Nigerian politicians.
Right.
Nigeria cannot even have the Taliban treatment because all they want to do now to conquer the place for themselves, but they are forgetting about what comes after. The other day, Matawale was in local government. As he left, they gave him 1 hour before they attacked the same local government with all the soldiers who he packed come.
And what did he tell them when he was there? He blamed them for the people killing them.
Yeah, let me say this last one that I will drop the call. When I say this last one, I go drop the call. I go make other people. 19 governors in your Nigeria are resident in Abuja. 3 of them are from the south. 16 are from the north. Why are you not resident in your states? God bless.
Good night, and you too. You have a very
good night.
Thank you. Here is 3 of them are from the caller. Hello.
Hello, Maegu.
Hello, sir. Oh, sorry. Is that a lady?
No.
Oh, he's a big man.
We have been a student of Maegu when you started from the kitchen. You know, I just want to drop this comment. I know it's gonna be heavy,
sure,
but it's gonna be heavy. But I love the way the Fulani herdsmen unaliving people. I want them to come down to it. I like it. So if you can make Nigeria to wake up, because like when this accident happened in Benue State, if you go to TikTok, when this accident unaliving 200, you know, Nigerian government, if they tell you 200, it's more than,
and it's pretty more.
500.
I know.
Yes. So when this incident happened, if you go to TikTok, all Nigerian cities, all the youth, they begin to play when In Kano is warning them. Say, this thing you are avoiding, it must come. Now, everybody is comfortable. They know Twitter from the north, but when they unalive, when they just take Uromi, incident happened. All the north, even the governor of Edo State went to the north.
And now you have to travel
But
to
no
Kano.
Twitter from no Twitter from any northerner for this Benue. But what I'm trying to say now, I know it's gonna. I want these people to come to east. From east, they go to the west. If our people
So if that
can
will be
wake
enough
up,
to wake everybody up, so be it.
Nah, because when we wake up, you can be able to challenge the military. So we don't need military. Let us fight our battle by ourselves. You understand?
I think I get you now. I get you.
They can this issue now. This is unaliving people from Fulani herdsmen. It can, to be honest with you, it will help us to be able to achieve Biafra and achieve Oduduwa. To be honest with you,
I mean, it is a factor. I agree with you. It is a factor contributing to majority of people believing that we need to go our separate ways. But go on.
Yeah, of course, because no matter how you cheat, no matter how you try romance it, we are not one. You are not one. We are not one. Everybody needs to go his way at this critical moment. So if the youth let them be coming to TikTok and trying to throw tribal, Edo hate Igbo, Yoruba hate this. The South, I just the pity for them. So I want Fulani to keep on doing this thing. Make them come down to all over this. I don't care. Because we have been telling these people, In Kano have warning you that this war you avoided. It must come to your doorstep. Everybody, it's because we are the one we are seeing in the news. We go from Yoruba forest. Some Yoruba forests have taken over. Some southeast, some area, even south. People claiming they are
southeast. Look at what they are doing to our people in Eramufu.
Okay.
And the other day, Ebonyi, Imo, Bayelsa, Port Harcourt, all those places.
The other day, Timaya tweet about Bayelsa.
Yep.
About the same Fulani.
And now, everywhere, I am so surprised that even the Niger Delta, we used to have the Niger Delta Avengers, Niger Delta militants. And I'm like, how did the Fulanis have a free will in Niger Delta?
No, they are militant. I didn't see the militant again.
How? I don't understand though. Like, how could the Fulani get in there? I've seen women protested from Bayelsa, women protested from Rivers, women protested from Akwa Ibom, protested from Cross River because of this Fulani encroachment and killings. And I'm like, oh God, man, save us.
My brother, you have tried your best. You have tried to educate Nigeria youth. They don't want to hear. So they hear when the tragedy fall upon them. That is my own contribution to them. As they don't want to wake up. Let the tragedy fall upon everybody. So if we can wake up, let us wake up and divide the country. That is the only solution.
Bless you.
Okay, thank you.
God bless you, Baba. I mean, it may sound mean, but Baba, come on now. Are we tired yet? Are we seeing the supposed people who are like the direct victims? Are we seeing the similar reaction of them being like tired, done for? Well, I don't think so. So, or maybe we are not seeing enough of that. So my line is still open. And if you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do is to use the number on the screen. That is this +4477 069222 then 321. Please. Hello.
Hey, the doctor himself.
Yes, sir. The
doctor himself.
How you doing?
I've been fine. Compliments, man. How you doing, bro?
Same to you. Well,
I come again. I come in peace now.
And I've
been listening on the background, I've been watching. But this time around there, let's do like a devil's advocate, or what if? What
if?
It's gonna.
All right, go on.
What if? Because this thing we're always trying to be. In Nigeria, everybody knows the problem of Nigeria, but they always keep. They don't want to see the truth.
Shy away from it.
Yeah, and especially all the time I tell you in my own topic, the problem of Nigeria is the West and the North, and the only thing the Western elite. There's only, thank God for you Yorubas that are very, very good in good mind, but the elite of the Yorubas they are like Fulani. Let's call a spade a spade.
I'm with you.
Let's call a spade a spade. I'm more Yoruba living, but I'm more Igbo. So let's call a spade because the way they behave now. Tinubu is in power. For him to correct the thing now, he will not correct it. He's only bargaining what he will get.
You know,
they put the refinery in Lagos. They want to build airport in Lagos. They want to build another ship in Lagos. They want to build a coastal bridge. They did only 30 kilometers. Who knows where it's going to end when by the time he has done his 8 years? All these things are the selfish things. And that is the same thing that Wolowo did. He bargained other people to face the war so that the war will favor him, think that things will favor him. And that's why when the people came back, they never voted for him. Let's call the way the Yorubas elite do. The way Yoruba, they are always bargaining people's life. And again, the only problem I have is that when they are bargaining the minorities. The so-called minorities they are doing. Because when it's a Fulani, the Yoruba man press will not talk, especially that evil boy called Sheung Akiboloye. That boy, he has turned to another thing. He will be talking like a devil. He knows the truth. See now, if now that Buhari was ruling, Tinubu kept quiet. All the Yoruba elite, all the politicians there, all of them kept quiet. They know it's going to be their own turn.
Yeah.
Like if they beat to their own turn and they use the one say, well, Yoruba, look on, let us do restructuring. Now they've died down the restructuring. All they're doing now is accumulating wealth. Accumulating wealth. This is the same thing the elite always do, to accumulate wealth. And think that the
moment they are no longer in power, hang on now. The moment they are no longer in power, they will begin to rile their people against whoever is in that power. But if that person in power is their own friend from the Fulani stock, they will defend
That's
him.
why I say God.
But if by any means
That's why I say
another
God.
stock. But
Yeah.
no, you are right. I mean, all of us are.
Yes,
yeah,
that's why I said God bless.
So go on.
God bless those Yorubas that are not following them, because those Yorubas that are not following them don't have the mouth to speak. Imagine they're killing people in Benue. The whole media is not pumping it up. Can't you see now? Tinubu is now ruling now. They are no more attacking the West. They are now attacking the Benue, coming towards Enugu. They want to conquer us. It's the thing that they've already said, that the Fulani owns Nigeria. And the West, you see those West, they think that they can play the Muslim. When they you see how they are trying to be gambling with people's life. What they are doing is gambling. They will come there, deceive the outside people that we are with you. They will be pretending to the outside people that are with them, that they will be in power. Don't worry, we'll do what you want us to do. So far, you don't touch us. And that's what Tinubu said when he was trying to campaign. I will let you be a president so far you don't touch any Yoruba land. And that is what they are doing now. Imagine that they killed 200 people in Benue. He's telling them to go and reconcile. But when Jonathan was ruling, they did all the whole best, the whole Yoruba elite, both the religion, both the Christian and the Muslim, they all came out against Jonathan and they put Jonathan down. Now Jonathan is down now. Okay, Yoruba man, fix the country now. Do the restructuring and let everybody find his way. They are still playing game.
They decided that no, it is one Nigeria.
It is one Nigeria, and they accumulated the whole thing to their own side. But the one thing they don't understand that if you congest the West, you will even still get in trouble. And that is the thing that they you see how they elite behave now. I'm trying to say this, but to my Yoruba friends, don't be angry. It's just a word that we always have.
Another Yoruba person is going to call in and possibly tell us a different.
Everybody has this. Yeah, everybody has this thing in mind. Everybody knows what the whole.
We all know what
if you see man, yeah.
Everybody knows that they do.
A Yoruba man think he can eat his cake and still have it. That is the problem they are doing. They are gambling too much. Tinubu, if you know you want to rule this country, restructure this country. How can somebody be, if you love your country, how can somebody kill 200 people? And you will not mention that these people must be found. I give you 48 hours to find the people that did this. That's how it's done in every world. And this minority people joining the APC, they're so senseless. They're using you people. They will just use you people to do sacrifice till they Islamize the country. But they can never conquer Biafra, no matter what they do. He said everybody will die. They can never conquer Biafra. That's one thing they should know.
Bless you, Baba. Let me take one more.
All right, bro.
I think all right, bro. Okay, let me take another one. Here, another caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I'm fine. This is my first time of calling you.
Oh, yeah, you're a first-time caller. And your name is?
Yeah, Choose.
Choose.
From Italy. Yeah.
So you are calling from Italy, yeah?
Yeah. I've been your fan for a long time.
Thank you. Please.
Yeah. I've been watching from your platform for a long time. So I'm very happy. So my contribution I want to just lay down is I want to still encourage all Nigerians that their eyes have already opened to continue to push for what they believe. Another thing again for some of them that are still sleeping, waiting for maybe one day, Nigeria will just, maybe by tomorrow, Nigeria will just, be good as they are expecting. So I want to still encourage them to,
like whatever anybody is doing, as long as it is to challenge the status quo, please continue to do it, because something just has to happen, and nothing will happen if all of us are not doing anything. I agree with you. That's my own philosophy too. I am for the breakup of Nigeria, and I'm talking about a peaceful referendum. But guess what?
Just like
the criminals in charge, they will never let that happen. But something is going to happen that we eventually not leave them in charge, and we'll get Biafra, we'll get Yoruba nation, we'll get every other nation, or better still, you have a renegotiated Nigeria, not this one. So I agree with you. Everybody who is doing something, please keep doing it. Go on.
Why I still make such a reference is that, Nigerians, they are the most pretentious people on this planet.
Honestly.
You understand? So when evil is going on in one place or the other, some people will just keep quiet. That seems to be that their parent or their brother, their loved ones, haven't been a victim. They will not care about what is going on.
No.
Until you affect them directly, then you will see them reacting. I want to give a just simple story where we are in this Italy here. So mostly Nigerians and some other African country, this evil that is going on. So if we are saying it like we are working, discussing it, there are some set of people that mostly, once we start to, report all these things like discussion, 2 or 3 people particular, they will be very angry that why are you saying it, this and that? You are spoiling the name of Nigeria.
Must you say it?
Yes,
must you say everything?
This and that.
I know.
You understand?
All those people enablers, those who enable all the bad behaviors. Go on.
Yeah. Since even before, like 2-3 years ago, I've been saying this thing, seeing these people plan, be reporting it, discussing it. Even many of them hit me. But I can assure you that among all those people, today now, one have repented. He even tell me sorry. That when I was saying all those things, that he thought that I was the one that just hate Nigeria.
They easily try to gaslight us. They will say, why do you hate Nigeria? So no, I don't hate Nigeria. The real people who hate, because you can't say I hate Nigeria, and I'm one of those subsidizing Nigeria. Because it is from my own money that goes into their economy. That is why you have not had Venezuela on your hands right now. So, but there are people whose job is to impoverish Nigerians. They have looted you. They have forced terrorism on you. They have protected terrorists. They have forgiven terrorists. They have jailed activists. They have rehabilitated terrorists that kill children. For me, that is calling them criminals. Asking you to please, let's break this thing up and save lives. You think I'm the one who hates Nigeria? Not those ones. I don't think so. Go on.
You see, before, when Tinubu get ring into office, where I was calling him Tinubu, and one guy in particular told me that stop calling him Tinubu. You are calling him Tinubu, a whole president of a country, His Excellency. I can assure you that today he's the one who is even calling Tinubu as a Tinubu, calling him all sorts of name. If I'm hearing him, I'll be laughing. I say this one. You never see anything.
Let me ask you this. When was the last time you see anybody either online or offline say, I am batified? When was the last time? You remember that time they will be telling you that they are batified. Are you batified? Yeah. I am batified. Yeah. When you say, may Nigeria not happen to you, they will say, may Nigeria happen to me. Then another one will say, may Tinubu favor me and my family. When was the last time you heard it?
That is their conclusion. Their conclusive word.
Hunger, will make you hallucinate enough that even if you hear the voice that says, are you a batty? Are you batified? You go just now voice you want me you run mad. You go just say you caustic number somehow, because how can you be so hungry in a system that now you feel about what they shout batified on your mandate? When was the last time you saw that you see them shout on the mandate again on social media?
Yeah.
Hunger,
Another one, sir. No. I want to still let those people who is loving Nigeria from abroad. They don't want to hear anything that you know. They don't want to see it. They are loving Nigeria from abroad, and they cannot go to Nigeria
from here.
I spend maybe even up to 6 months, even up to 3 months.
They won't.
They will run back.
No, they won't. They won't.
So,
they won't. They know what they are doing now. Everybody know what they do, Papa.
So those sort of people should stop deceiving themselves. So that is what I want to say. And my people from though I'm from Agbo by tribe, so I want all the Agbo the platform, all the Oika people, all our Igbo brothers.
Yes.
I want us to keep uniting to fight for this Biafra that we are pushing forward. So my name is just very popular in your.
It's a pleasure hearing from you, by the way. Okay. I hope I would get you someday again. Okay. You have a good one, Baba. Now let's okay. I think I got another caller. Let me see. Yes. Hello.
Hello, my general.
Hello, Baba.
How you doing now, Baba? Well done.
Adeo. And yourself?
No, thank God. Thank God.
Good one.
Thank God. Baba, you're doing a good job. In case you need anything from us, once you put yourself together, just let us know what's up.
I know. But
place where we can get it, you know. So our middle minds no go bad. Just let us know as we go.
I know.
You understand?
And I just want to make sure. You see, I just want to make sure that because I want to make sure that if it's something I can undo, even possible, like take them to court and do, you know. But again, I have not concluded how I'm going to handle this. But I hope I would in another few days, because something is going to happen. But thank you for that reassurance, though.
No problem.
Please.
No problem. Your family, your family.
Thank you. Go on, man.
Basically, the security situation in the country is like you've always predicted. You understand that it will get to a time where nothing can hold anymore. Everything will burst. You understand?
Yeah, now like a bubble, it will burst.
A bubble, yeah. It's getting to that situation. You understand? And all I'm just worried about now is the loved ones we have back there. Because we notice the security situation is everywhere.
You know?
The insecurity is everywhere. The Fulani terrorists are everywhere. But if you remember my village, my village is so interior.
Now that the bombs are going up again. What's it going to be like before the end of this year? What's it going to be like in 2026? Who are going to be the victims there?
In Kano. You understand? Like just and they are everywhere. My village is so interior. Like my village is so interior that the time we had electricity was in I think 2007. That was when electricity finally came. Do you know that my mom went to the village and told me that she's afraid that she saw shoemakers as in Aboki? You see, the village is so interior that there's no young person in the village.
Why would you go into that in a
You understand? You understand? Waiting Aboki they find which you know, but no young person is there.
Go shine
because you got to come on. You understand? Like I don't understand. Like it's so bad. It's so bad.
But you know, they will say you are paranoid. It's nothing. Or you see, if this was 20 years ago, I mean, you won't even be this worried that they found Aboki in your Males village, right? Because it's either they are there working as a farm help. Remember now, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, they are farm help. They are helping, or they are there to come and help you dig borehole, soak away, or they want to come and help you dig foundation. We never had to be so worried of their presence in our communities until this APC happened to Nigeria. And here we are today. Most of these guys are now spies for these terrorists. And they have one modus operandi. They entered everywhere. They will disappear.
They've entered everywhere.
Go on.
They have entered everywhere. in the villages, in cities, in Lagos. I remember when I was in Lagos, I used to walk close to Shaga. I said there was one morning like this, there was a truck. The truck was carrying other people. Everybody came out, like everybody came out, and they were like, before everybody came out and they were looking like people were surprised, like a truck, outside people flew out. Shortly after that, during the NSAS protest, those same people came and we are killing.
Do you know how many properties this
supposed
community burnt in Lagos? Nobody even mentioned their name. Even with video evidence, Injure, Shaga, all those areas, right?
Injure, Shaga, all from Agege to Injure, Shaga, they destroyed shops and killed people. It was so bad that banks were giving out grants to their staff. Like if you have a bank account and you lost your shop, the bank will give you free money. Not people know the free money. Go and start to look like it. Baba, make allow other people call you, man. Welcome.
Baba,
do a good
thank
job.
you so much. Okay.
Well done, Baba.
You stay safe as
No
well,
problem.
right? You have
Take
very
care.
good work, Baba. Nice one. So if you are still here with me, remember you can still like this broadcast too. If you haven't already, please do. And I appreciate all of you who are working like overtime there. Pola Penga, the African Wahala, and others. Sorry if I don't mention your name. Urging people to like the broadcast, like it, share it, and all that. So thank you. Means a lot. Here is another caller. Hello.
My Yegu Baba.
Baba.
Well done, my brother.
How are you doing, sir?
Good, thank God. How is your family?
We are very well, oh. And yourself, sir?
Okay. Good, thank God. Good, thank God.
One. Good one. Thank
Just
you so
like as the last caller said.
Yes, sir.
My brother, you know, like TB Joshua used to say, say you are here because we are, and we are here because we are. So if there is any way we can support, just say it, and we will rally round.
I know. And I appreciate that. I do.
Yes.
Thank
so
you
just
so much.
say it.
You know, I've got that weakness, you know, that, you know, I don't know how to put it, all right, but sometimes I am also of the belief that there is nothing bad in asking for help if you need it. You get what I mean? So
my brother,
in the temple here, we've sought help for people who are pretty much not even with us here. So I understand. So thank you.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Bless you.
So that we have to keep this fire burning. We have to let our people. We have to let our people know their left and their right.
They have to. They have to.
You know.
God bless you, sir. Please.
Yeah, my brother. There are two things I want to talk about. One is the other guy that talked about Biafra.
Yes, sir.
You know, since here is to let our people know. I mean, my own idea.
Exactly. Because everybody is listening. Yep.
Yes, my own idea of Biafra and dividing Nigeria is I have been able to think deep, read deep, listen deep. And there is one guy that made a video and he gives detail of what happened during Biafra time. You see, what's his name? This president before that,
you mean
head of government, Yakub Gowon.
Oh, damn! The genocidists go on.
Yes. There was an Aburi, this Aburi
agreement. It's called Aburi.
Yes, agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know, Gowon accepted to that. I agreed.
He did.
So when he came back, the owners of Nigeria called him and said, "No, we don't agree." And who are the owners of Nigeria? The British.
The Sudanese are the British. I agree.
Yes. Yes. And there is one thing I said here one day. If you listen very carefully, you see that Kano was not taken by whatever, all these Malamuts. No.
Okay.
No. He was taken by the same owners of Nigeria. And if you listen carefully, immediately they made that now, this your new king now. The first place he went was France. And the second place again is Kenya. That is deliberate. You understand?
I do.
So that apart. So why I say this is dividing Nigeria is not possible. And if you look again, let me give you another thing.
Yes, sir.
When Obasanjo was arrested, they made sure they rescued him. Do you know why? Obasanjo is their man.
I mean,
and if you see now,
CIA assets too.
Of course,
Go on.
If you see why OBJ is quiet now, is because you know they made him silent because they saw that he was becoming so powerful in Africa. and they don't want that. He become to, so they just made that. You see that thing they made in England where he tried to raise money, all those things are set up. So they silence him. You understand? So Obasanjo is permanently now in Nigeria. You don't go this thing, something they call him. No. They finished him, they used him and they've dumped him. Yes, they've used him and they've dumped him. So, and this thing happens to all the leaders in Africa. We have not been able to elect someone that will represent us. All the leaders, yes, the only person that they never had control over is Jonathan. And you saw how they humbled him.
Well,
yes. So these are the issues. That apart, I don't want to go more. These are my own personal opinion.
And you are so, rightly so to it, Baba. As you shared it, you'll be surprised that if there's any leftover info, to make it more rigid. Somebody else is listening and they may pick up the phone and say, you know what, I want to add to what the last scholar said. That's what makes this platform interesting. All right. Hear your own opinion, share it, and always listen to others to share theirs too. And you can also disagree with people and disagree with them without being disagreeable.
Exactly.
So the second one.
Exactly. Yes, the second part is about church. If you see all these church leaders today, they are dumb. They don't say anything. All the happenings, all the killing, all these things that happen in Nigeria. You hear all this one you hear. Yes, they are not saying anything. Do you know why?
Why?
There was one guy that made a video. Normally I used to send you this video, but it's like I will be taking your memory because there are so many of them that I can send to you, my brother.
Now that you are actually speaking on the phone, it makes it kind of make sense now because some of the videos I've seen them too. So when you refer to them and you are having your opinion, it makes it kind of interesting. So I'm on ears. Go on.
Exactly. So these churches, you see some of them, they open churches all around the world. It's not actually for soul winning or whatever. No.
Soul winning, no.
No. We found out now that they use them to launder money for politicians. And you can never trace them. That's why you don't hear they catch this one with money. All this money goes through churches and they disappear. You understand now? So that's why you see all these big pastors, all these mega pastors. You don't hear them say anything about the happenings in Nigeria. They are bought over. They are deep into the situation that we have in Nigeria, all these sufferings. Yes. So those are the issues, my brother. Those are my own opinions.
Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Baba. Don't forget to say it so that we will be there for you, my brother.
I know, Baba. I know. All right. Just pray for me. Pray for me to have the spirit of discernment so that I can be able to.
My brother, I'm praying. And if I wait and my prayer did not affect you, I will call you myself.
God bless you. I mean,
all right, brother.
I appreciate this. So you stay safe. Okay, you have a good night. Now I have another caller, and it's quite interesting, right? That I've always been so concerned that when we are not many, it's better to just let everybody go to bed after I present. Well, since all of you I have starved you that session. I've taken it away for far too long that everyone just want to let whatever they have in there out tonight. And I love it. I do. There is another caller. Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
I am very well, and it's going well. How are you?
Very well, thank you. It's been a minute. This is V.
How you doing, V?
But I'm well, thank you. I'm well.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear from you again. And it's at a time when Nigeria is at a place where so many people have less answers, like to all that is going on. So having somebody like you, to contribute to this makes it kind of like cool. So please, V, let's hear your view.
Yeah. So, my take is going to be super blunt compared to what a lot of people have been saying. I think. Okay, so let's just break it down. When it comes to humans in general, humans are definitely corrupt. This is normal between even I myself, I'm definitely capable of being corrupt. So I'll give you an example.
Allows it to take place anyway. So, yep.
Exactly. I'll give you a quick example. So if I was standing by myself right now and 10 people, a guy shows up with 10 people, 10 police officers, if he slaps me, what would I do? I'll kind of like keep my mouth shut. But if I have 20 people with me, I would definitely attack back, right? So it's the same thing that applies when it comes to corruption as well. But we'll put that on the side quickly anyway. So another thing as well that a lot of people talk about is protesting. I think protesting is definitely a waste of time, because at the end of the day, we all have 24 hours in a day, and the politicians decide to take actions to loot, for example, within that 24 hours, and then some other people are out there protesting and wasting their time, standing outside and burning down some other people's businesses. That's definitely something that is wrong.
It's counterproductive. I'm with you.
Exactly. So I believe that democracy as we know it today is very outdated. It is for gullible people. And we need to get digital with it. We need to build something different. We need to build a platform or a system where votes can be done online.
Whatever, whatever it is that we probably think we have in common, right? We should be able to build a system that represents us, not the one that is given to us to go make perfect by ourselves. It's not working.
Exactly.
This is not
working. So I'll give you a quick example. Have you noticed that no one really fights over if they're paying for Netflix or Disney subscription?
No, I do. I have noticed that no one seems to fight for that. Okay, but continue.
Because everyone gets what they want.
Exactly.
Right. So I believe we need a different system where everyone can vote for different political parties, and the political party you vote for is the benefits that you get. Right. Obviously, there's multiple layers to it. I've actually written a blueprint for what it could look like, and I'm actually calling this platform really to find out if there are people willing to work on an open source software to make this a reality. And because at the end of the day, we need to start taking actions really. So and one thing that has been popping up in my mind for the past few weeks is that we are living life in real time.
I know.
So if we don't take actions, then nothing good happens, or we'll just carry on complaining, or something good happens. The same way these politicians take actions and loot, and some people take actions by protesting. We can take actions by creating stuff that will make things better.
But that sounds great, honestly, right? You see, what motivates people to fight, right, is what is lacking in Nigeria. And when I say motivate people to fight, I mean fight collectively. That simply means they have something in common that they want to fight for. Look at the politicians you use as an example right now. Every politician knows that he's got an opportunity to loot. And when he finally succeeds in looting, there will be no consequences. So that is the motivation for him. If he has to kill people to get that position, he will kill people. If they tell him to bath in blood, he will do it. So how come the citizens who want a better life, a better running system, are afraid to do anything that he was going to take? How come? It's because there is no unity of purpose. That is what is missing. And somebody like yourself, and people like yourself who have ideas that could indeed attract people to have a unity of purpose should be commended, like the one you are proposing right now, Baba.
Yeah, I think we are all doing our own bits, because you've done most of the work basically by having this platform for so many years and maintaining it. So you've done a lot of the work already. So I'm just adding my own 2 cents, for lack of a better term to use.
Exactly.
So I don't know if it's possible to create a group or something of software developers who would like to create it. It's open source software, by the way.
We are putting it out there for now. So let me tell you what other things I also have in mind, which I also want to put to kind of like a test in this no distance future, is to have people like yourself, right? Brought into the studio here with all these ideas and then bring people who are like experts as well in that field to also join the studio. Then we have a conversation where everything is laid bare on the table. So that after the program, there will always be like a, aftermath, kind of like a one-on-one conversation about what can we do. So that on that, we can be able to reach back again and say in 6 months' time, let's take a look at how far you've gone. I mean, since the last time. So I want something like that here. But yeah, I'm also going to need the resources.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, because this is something I can't do myself for sure. Because my hands are tied in other departments. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
there. Okay, let's put it out there as you just did right now, right? And hopefully, I will have an opportunity of still having you on the program. I mean, still having you on the program, right, or on the platform. So that whenever a time comes where we are, because you won't be alone, because I've had other people with all these brilliant ideas that I've already written down, right? So it's going to be a time where people like yourself will be like, hey, do you think you'll be available on social time? We are trying to put together some group of people who have this idea, that idea, and those who can also develop this particular software for us. But we need you who have these raw ideas to please meet us social time, and we can put everything in a single place. I have such dream, but I know it's all going to be about resources. And with this social media and the internet, I don't think we are going to lack intelligent people like yourself agreeing to come together and build something. I want to see that happen.
Yeah, of course it can happen. So I'm moving in real time. But yeah, it's if people are interested, they can definitely speak to you about it. But thank you so much for having me.
Bless you, man. Thank you so much as well for considering us worthy of sharing that with. Bless you, man.
Of course, why not? Thank you. Bye.
Cheers, man. So that's a very brilliant one. There are people who can create an ecosystem around some of these ideas. But let's do this. Let's try that. They're just like floating ideas. But there are other people's ideas are no longer floating ideas. They put them down. They are working on them, developing them. So people like that, indeed, should have a chance of working with others, develop something that, Shemika, I tell you something, right? Personally, I won't say I design. I had this crazy thought. It's not crazy, but it is crazy, right? The thought was about me putting together developers, hackers, who are like a political hackers, like they are political. They are not just tech boys and tech bros. No, pure hackers. And the job is that, okay, I won't tell you. But it's going to be like a bit of a fighting weapon too against the criminals who believes that they are untouchable. Here is another column. Hello. Oh, did I miss? Oh, are you there? Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening to you, sir. How are you?
Yes, Olatokunbo speaking.
That is Stokes from London. Olatokunbo. How are you?
Yeah, always. Yeah. I was trying to call you earlier. I've been trying to call you for a while.
No, I've not been picking or taking calls for a while as well. So tonight is just like I was like,
I've literally been on the platform every morning to wake up and your show is there.
Bless you.
I'll still go back and revert to the first time I joined the platform years back. I mentioned the first time I joined, I said, fighting a massive religious war. I've been on other podcasts and other bloggers that are actually talking about this. It's a shame that we found ourselves at this precipice that we're fighting this religious war in Nigeria where there will be arranging Muslim takers on you. I saw people trying to attack Tinubu in is it Kaduna or Kano?
Kaduna,
and
Kaduna
I was
yesterday.
like, in Kaduna, I'm like, he flinched. If he's that loved, why would people attack him? Okay, they'll say, oh, but they're trying to attack Donald Trump, they killed Kennedy. I say, yeah, that's fine. But these are people that are making things working in their own country. Like I saw things, the hospital that guy went to, and the lady was saying, oh, they can't attend to him. The man help people. Yeah.
They don't, it's uncompleted. They don't have electricity there. But
if not for very dark man, that when I saw that that guy, very dark man on your program, he said, "Oh, he went to Benue State."
Yep.
Nobody actually went there to see what was happening there. When there are hurricanes until there are big fires in America, you will see Joe Biden go there, Obama or Donald Trump will go there among ground. Tinubu could not go to those places because the road was bad. Is that not a disgrace? Now, please tell me. I mean, what the heck is going on? It's just crazy. Maigo, I'm telling you, this religious war that we're fighting is bigger than what we think it is. It will eclipse in 2027. And our people are very angry. Let me tell you something, Maigo.
Tell us.
Off the chart. Yeah? Libya will be a child's play.
Papa, they say
Syria
Nigeria
will be a
has done the
child's play.
price. What is the visa of Somalia? Nnamdi Kanu said,
Let me
by
tell
the
you
time
something.
these people they are done with us, that Somalia will be better than Nigeria. Papa, they don't tell us, say,
Maigo, you made a prophecy.
Go on, talks.
You made a prophecy. Only Olugu Masari, Pastor Masari, Maigo 2027, yeah.
Right?
We'll be here watching.
We will. We will.
Your platform will become so big that Maigo is a promise. It's a promise. It's happening.
We shall be here.
Maigo is happening in our lifetime now.
We are watching.
And you said something that APC themselves, they're those are going to ruin Nigeria. Now, you know what they're doing? They're trying to make Nigeria a one-party state, which would never work. They have seen the discrepancies and the nepotism they put into that country itself. And people are talking and you're like, yeah, and you're coming to tell me that, okay, I've come to Benue State to say hello to you. You couldn't go to, is it Yelmata or what's that place called? You couldn't, Yelwata. You couldn't go there and see them. Very dark man, a regular citizen walk into the place.
You know something, right?
No security at all. Guy walked into that place, did the videos and showed it.
And now Tinubu said the road is bad, and the weather was not
and
good.
Very dark. Very dark man actually went there on those bad roads to show the light. You know, Michael, God bless people like you. Michael, I will always forever honor people like you because you are bringing truth to light. I swear down, bro, you're bringing truth to light. What you're doing, the amount of look, see, you think sometimes you say that, oh, I wish I had that power to do these things. But Michael, you have the power to do a lot of things because you know what? The information you're giving to people who sit down here, like tomorrow now, I'll call some friends. I got information from Wango tonight. I will tell them in my own words. I won't say Wango told me, but I'll tell them in my own words. I will check on Google. Wango's facts are right.
You get
Go and read it there. Is it there? It's there. These guys can't get away with nonsense anymore, Maego, because of social media.
I can tell.
And because of people like you.
But we shall see.
And it's a shame. It's a shame that we're here now. Yeah. But Maego, like I said, once in a while I try to call in and chip in and stuff like that. A lot of things are going on in my own personal life at the moment.
I know. See, I have not taken calls for a while, and there are so many things that a lot of you probably want to say, but our time is totally out now. So thank you.
Maego, Kanike, if I had the time to talk to you one-on-one, if I was in Nigeria in May. Something happened to me there, and I would like to relate it to you personally.
Right.
Because I was for me in Nigeria in May. But I don't know how I can get to reach you one-on-one because I know your line is always very busy. So, but it's a one-on-one thing, and I would actually love you to.
I know.
I would love you to use it on your platform and say, this is what's going on.
And share it with people, right? Okay, we can arrange that.
Yeah.
All right?
So you can, in your own words, you can use it, but use it what I tell you as a template to say.
Yeah, as usual. Anyway.
Do you understand? So that me first of all, because people will know who talks is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what we can do. All right. If you are on Telegram, so to say, so it's also a place where we can, we can possibly chat. All right. But I'll find a way
Okay.
around.
Is it your same number on Telegram?
I have a number, so I should still have it on my main phone. So I'll reach out. Don't worry. We can have a chat on that.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Mike. God bless you, my brother. All right. Thank you.
So my time is so gone, and I'm already feeling hungry. Maybe I shouldn't say that to you, but you know me, just say my mind. So it simply means that our time is so far gone. I'll take this just one from Prince Adebayo from Sweden. You only have 2 minutes. Can you use it well? Prince, can you hear me? Now that's a problem. Now, even if you try to kind of like see if you could squeeze someone in, then the network will be like, all right, try me. Prince Adebayo, I was going to get you in. Unfortunately, the network won't let us have you, but we can always have you another time. So to everybody on the Temple of Truth tonight, I want to say a very big thank you to you, okay? So I will see you tomorrow, even though it should be our Sunday sermon, right? I promise I will see you tomorrow. To everyone who has always been there, thank you. To the new people who just joined us, welcome. And to everybody, every one of you, say good night. Say good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun dáyàrí politico. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dáyàrí Ayíbi nọ́mbà wá. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o ayé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.